I used to be in the trading game. I used to squeeze out the tiny profits when I wasn't getting rug pulled. And you know what? I got sick of it. I found this simple method that made me a coin dev. And with that dev process, I have made 6 figures, and you can see it here in my Phantom wallet. Follow this video and I'm going to show you the simple process that made sure I could come home with the bag. This video is for educational purposes only. I am not a financial advisor. Your capital is still at risk. I'm just here to explain how the process works. Okay, we're nearly there, folks. I'm going to show you this method real soon. But first of all, we're going to take a look at some random charts and let's just see what the market would have for us if we were a trader. Now, taking a look at this chart of candles here, this looks like actually quite a good coin. We'd be very lucky to be able to invest early on a coin like this, because as you can see, over this long period of time, that money has just gone up and up and up and up and up. And that, to be honest, is really rare. So this would be a good coin to trade on. But we're not interested in the trading game because we don't want to have to come in early. We don't want to have to study all these charts and study all these numbers and have a look at some of the top traders and see how they're doing. You know, I mean, let's take a look at some of the top guys here. I mean, look at this. This is an insane profit margin. Now, there's only a couple of ways that this could be possible, and 2 of them are about the dev, either knowing them or being them, okay? No one is this consistent without knowing the dev, okay? You've got to know when that rug pull is coming in order to make this kind of money. So why don't we put ourselves in the position where we are the rug pullers by using createcoin.fun. This is the site that we're going to use to launch our own coin, okay? This is where you can, with no prior coding experience, you don't need to know any coding, you can use Solana to make your own coin. You can give it a name and a symbol and you can do what you like with it. This is the platform that we are going to use, okay? Now, what I'm also going to show you is how we can boost this coin, again, with no coding, to get us in a good position. But first, let's talk about the different markets for the meme coins. Now, most coins are on pump and a load of coins get put on the pump every second, and as you can see, the market caps aren't great. They're not reaching that high potential. Some of them are getting through nearly to 100k or just over 100k in some cases, but most of the time you'd be lucky to get past 1k, okay? So, you know, we've got all these here that aren't doing very well. Now, if I switch over to the Meteora market through Dynamic on Axiom, now we can see some real market potential with these coins. Coins are going up to the billions, okay? At least several 100,000 and definitely in the hundreds of millions. But you can see here a few of them have peaked the billion mark, and that is a market that we're going to take advantage of because it's not full of shit coins. Your coin has room to breathe. Now, when we're on createcoin.fun, this is the point where we could create a name for our token, we can give it a symbol, we can give it an image, we can do all that marketing, and that's all well and good. First of all, we need to connect our wallet. So let's hit the Phantom on there. We're going to connect our wallet, and then as you can see here, my wallet is connected. I currently have about just over $100 in here. Now, I recommend you have roughly this amount of money in order to get this going. You need about $100 for this method to work. What we're going to do is we're going to click the copy trending button. Remember how I said about making your own coin? We're not going to do that. We're going to take a coin that already exists on the pump market and is already doing well, and we're going to simply transition it over to Meteora, where we can take advantage of that hype. Now, you can see here, you can have a look at the market caps, and you can just take a look at a few details about the coins. Any of these would be a good pick, but it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to just pick one that has a really good market cap today. Let's have a look. Drooling Cat, 2.24 million. That's pretty good. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to copy this token here. Now, your Phantom wallet is going to pop up with this little message here that says request blocked. Now, this is a normal part of the process. You need to click proceed anyway. Then you need to click confirm, and then you need to check the little box there that says you understand, and then you need to click yes, confirm. This is a normal part of the process. I do this every single time I set one of these up. Fantastic. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to create our liquidity pool. This is us putting our money into the coin to get it onto the market. So we're going to hit create liquidity pool, and when we do, this menu comes up here. Now, this is some of the main information about the coin, but all you need to change is this number here, the amount of souls. So I normally put 0.2 soul into the coin. You can put a little bit more in if you'd like, but to be honest, 0.2 soul will get you where you need to go. Then we simply click create pool, and then our coin will be launched onto the market. So all we need to do is confirm that transaction, spend that soul, put it into the coin, put it on the the market, and then our coin is on the market and good to go. Now, before we take a look at DEX screen, there's a few things I want to look at. First of all, there's our SOL there. There's how many tokens we have, and there is our estimated value. Okay, so we are live. Now, we're going to hit this lightning bolt button, and what that does is it boosts our token on DEX Screener's trending list. Okay, so now we're going to be kicked up to the top of the trending list on DEX Screener for the cost of 0.25 SOL. So make sure you boost. That is the secret to this method. You've got to boost, otherwise it's not going to work. So make sure you hit that boost button, kick yourself up to the top of DEX Screener's trending charts, and you can take advantage of all the people who've set up their bots and the trend chasers and all that. Now we're running on DEX Screener, and you can see our coin is live, and you can see the transactions are coming through thick and fast. We are already at 50 traders. Okay, so as you can see, that boost function has really given us a kick right at the start, which means our coin is going to have tons of SOL pulled into it that we can take advantage of later when we decide to pull the rug. Now, it doesn't matter if it goes down a little bit, as long as you got more SOL in there than what you initially invested, then you're going to be fine when we remove that liquidity, which we will do soon. I'm probably going to run this for about another 10 seconds before I switch back over to createcoin, and then we will have a look at the extraction process there. So already looking at that 2.1k in liquidity. These are good numbers, guys. Back to createcoin.fun. Now what we're going to do is have a quick refresh. Let's have a look at our estimated value. Right, we're at 1.37k. So remember, we started at around about $16, I believe. We've pulled 16.8 SOL on the coin. This is a great result. And as you can see, I did not run this for very long. Hit the minus button, pull out 100%, remove the liquidity, confirm the transaction if you want to be paid. Now, half of what I make in this video will be given away in a prize draw. If you want to be entered, make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a comment, and I will put you into that prize draw where you could be winning half of, let's have a look, $1,377, guys. That is amazing. So you could be winning just over $600 if you like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Try out this method for yourself, guys. You can see the results happening before your eyes.